Hello, YouTubers. Chuck Holler, and I just have to do a part two. I tried to put too much information into 15 minutes, and I think I left a couple things just out there flapping in the wind. So let me try to wrap a couple things up here. First of all, let's talk about this 173,880 days. What the scriptures say, from the commandment to rebuild the temple in the city, that there would be 69 weeks. There's supposed to be 70 weeks. But if you punch into any day counter, March 14th, 445 BC, and you go to April 6th, 32 AD, it's 173,880 days, which is 69 times 360. Now 360 are the amount of days in a Hebrew year. They operate off of a monthly calendar of the moon, not like us, 365. They only have 30 days for the 12 months. So it comes right out to the day, folks, and that's why Jesus was a little perturbed with everybody when he said, you can look south and see a wind come, and you know the weather's going to be warm. You look east and you see a cloud coming, you know it's going to rain. You can discern the signs of the weather, but not the signs of the times. Because he knew that if they would have looked at Ezekiel 4:6 and looked at Daniel 9, Daniel 11, that they would have known to the day that Jesus, on Nisan 10, 32 AD, would have rode in on that donkey that day, and that was their Messiah. They should have accepted him as King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And it would have been a whole different outcome had they have done that. So, folks, let's be careful how we listen to people. You know, there are people out there that they don't do their own research. They just want to post videos and say, look at this video, look at that video, not realizing that people will present things with a straw man. Just like the three salesmen who went into the hotel room and they each paid $10 for the room. The room was only $25, and so the clerk later, as he's bringing the change up, he has 5 $1 bills. He doesn't know how to give the change, so he sticks $2 in his pocket, gives them each $1, which means they each only paid $9 for the room. 3 times 9 is 27, and the $2 in his pocket, that's 29. Where's the other $1? The $1's not missing, folks. They each have 3, and there's 2 in his pocket. There's 5, but it's the presentation that can make people to believe. And people like Wahlberg and Van Kampen, and sometimes the way they present this, they want to make you think that Jesus fulfilled half of his 70th week during his 3.5-year ministry with his crucifixion, and he caused the sacrifice to cease. Actually, the sacrifice went on for 40 years. It didn't cease. And mathematics will tell you that from the time of the going forth to rebuild the temple, it was 69 weeks when Jesus rode in on a donkey. How do you account for the 3.5 years? He didn't ride in at the beginning of his ministry. It was at the end of his ministry. So let's do our own research. Be like the Bereans. Don't listen to every video and every teaching and take it as gospel without searching the gospel yourself. Once again, let's go to Daniel 9:27. You know, it's funny that for a week now I've been wanting to make this video and use that riddle of the 3 salesmen, and I didn't make the connection until just now that, you know, they each paid $9 for the room, Daniel 9, and 3 times 9 was 27, Daniel 9:27. So just a little confirmation for me from the Lord as I'm making this video. So okay, Daniel 9:27, and he, this is a continuation of the verse before, and he, small h, which refers back to the small p in Prince, shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, not a half a week, 1 week. And in the midst of the week, which is a 3.5-year point, he, small h, shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. This is why mainstream Christianity believes that there'll be a there'll be a third temple, and there'll be literal sacrifices, because a group of people have been raised up in these last days to believe in a literal interpretation of the scriptures. Okay, folks, I hope I've clarified what I felt was hanging out there. Always pray to the Lord yourself that he would reveal the scriptures to you before you read the scriptures, and that's what he does. He'll reveal it to you. But you must have an open mind. Be careful not to be caught up. That's why he said 27 times, don't be deceived. Scary thing about deception is that you believe a lie, and then you start making decisions based on that lie. So you try to interpret these things yourself based on a lie that you believe. You have to have an open mind. I don't care if that's what you heard for 75 years in a church that you went there 3 times a week your entire life. If the Lord reveals something else different to you, take that as the gospel. But don't get caught up in when the tribulation or when the rapture is going to happen. Those things are unfruitful debates, folks. Serving him is what matters. And pay attention to the sins he taught about. The envy, jealousy, unforgiveness. Those are the things you have to get right with the Lord. And those are the kind of things that you can't get right with at the last minute. If you're caught in the middle of a tribulation, the tribulation, and you're trying to fix your own personality and the way you operate, and someone has grabbed a child from you or done something horrible to you, you're going to want to react in an un-Christ-like manner. So get your life right now. It was those 5 foolish virgins who were Christians who had oil in their lamp, but not enough to do what needed to be done. God bless.